What's up guys, Triple M here again, and today I got another great device to show you. Today we're taking a look at the JXD Singularity S192k, and this looks like a gaming system, but it does a lot more than that. It does come with a 7-inch IPS touchscreen, and this is 1920 by 1200 resolution, 4 gigs of RAM, a 5 megapixel camera in the front, and does have a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, guys. In this video, of course, we're going to take a look at the specs, do some benchmark, do some testing, see how it performs. So before I jump into the video, big shout out to Gearbest for sending this out to me, and I was actually the one that requested this product. I saw it online and I saw what it offered, and I figured you guys would love it. So when you think about it, it's the best of three worlds, guys. You do have the portion that makes it a very valuable tablet. So it does have the touchscreen, and you can go ahead and use it as you would any tablet out there. It does have the gaming portion, which is the biggest selling feature. It has the built-in controller, built-in buttons, and these buttons are fully customizable. I will be demonstrating how to customize each button for your liking, or based on whatever game you're playing. And last but not least, for you streamers, this has all the Android apps. It does have a full Google Play Store, and you can install all the streaming apps. So Kodi, of course, Mobjo, Terrarium Tv. You also have the supporting apps like VLC Player and also the MX Player. Anything you normally download in an Android system, you can do it on here. Now this is priced at $357, but I do have a coupon that you guys can put in, and this will basically knock off $100, so it'll go down to $240. And this is limited time, so if you guys are remotely interested in this device, now is the time to purchase. So let's go ahead and jump into the specs a little bit. It does have a 1920 by 1200 display, and this is full HD, guys. It does have a retina display, and it does have a viewing angle all the way up to 178 degrees, which is pretty cool. Pictures just pop out on this device. I love it. It does have a 323 ppi IPS full view, of course, and full HD. Now, this device comes with 4 gigs of RAM, DDR3, and this is pretty fast. I will show you the actual benchmarks a little bit later. Keeps everything running smooth, no issues running multiple programs or any games that you can find either in the Play Store or on the emulators that it does offer. In addition to the 4 gigs of RAM, this also comes with 64 gigs of internal storage, and this is expandable. It does have a micro SD slot, so you can expand it all the way up to 128 gigabytes. And this is powered by a powerful Rockchip 3288, guys, and this is a Mali T764 Cortex-A17, and this performs very well. Keeps everything running smooth, even with multiple games or multiple applications running in the background. Of course, this is a great gaming system at the core, and it handles basically any arcade game you can think of, guys. It does handle Nintendo, GBC, N64, PSP, and I'll show you guys the emulator that I use, that you can download anything you want and you can play anything you want, and this device handles it like a champ. Another cool feature, which I believe, is that this also has an HDMI out, so I'll show you guys a little bit later. In the top there's a micro or mini HDMI out that you can plug it in and then plug it to your bigger display, so you can plug it into a bigger television or whatever the case is, and that way if you're gaming and you have multiple people over or you want to display what you're doing, you can put on a big screen and kind of display everything. So basically, essentially, this becomes a controller. Now this also comes with a 5 megapixel front facing camera, guys, and this isn't a very powerful camera, but it does allow you to take a occasional snapshot and pictures, and nothing too crazy. I don't know if you guys will be selfie expert with this, but it is available for you guys that want to utilize it. So we spoke about the specs of this device, so without further ado, I want to do some testing. So first, let's go ahead and jump into the unboxing. Alright guys, so let's do a quick unboxing of the JXD. This is the S192k Singularity. And this version, of course, has 4 gigs of RAM. Here's some of the specs right there. Quad core, 7-inch. This is 1920 by 1200, 4 gigs of RAM, 5 megapixel camera, has a 10,000 milliamp hour battery. 3D games, buttons mapping, Android 5.1. And here's some of the features, guys, which we will go over a little bit. It's battery life, processor, as well as the camera, game features, appearance, connectivity, as well as video performance. So let me go ahead and get it out of the box for you. I like to use this guy whenever I can. It's my little friend. So let's go ahead and get the plastic right here. And we'll just slide it all the way to the corner. Rip it out. Wow. The difference just sliding the plastic off makes, guys. Very premium looking box so far. Right, so let's see, how do we go about opening it? Look like it just slides right out, so if I hold it like this and just kind of tug up, you can see the bottom is coming off, and it presents us with another black cover, and bam, wow, this thing is humongous. Holy moly. Just comparison, guys, this is the OnePlus 5 and that's the screen of the Singularity, so it's humongous. All right, let me put this to the side and let's see what's in the box. This is our charger. Here's some of the specs, guys. Okay. It looks like that's everything in the box except for the actual game, so let's go ahead and take it out. And I was wrong again. So we do have a USB right here. This is a micro USB. It's a USB 2, of course. We also have a nice little booklet right here. This is a quick start guide, guys. And there it is. Holy moly. And on the front, look like we have a screen protector, guys. Let's go ahead and see if we can get that off without damaging it. There we are. And screen protector is off. Really excited about this one. Let's go over the buttons real quick. Then we'll go ahead and power it up. So let's start on the left side. You have your buttons right here, navigational buttons. So you have your left, down, right, and up. You also have a joypad right here. Same thing, just a 360 rotation. Right here you have your Android button, so this will bring you back home. You also have your back button. Underneath you do have a micro USB, and this is where you charge the device, guys. Next to that you have your headphone jack. This is 3.5 millimeter. You also have a SD card slot. This is micro SD, so you can go ahead and plug your device in, and you can see some of the writing right there. And you can see you have a microphone. You also have a right microphone. Okay, these are just some speaker grills and cooling at the bottom. Right side, right here, you have your start. You also have your select button. You also have another joystick right here. And next to that, you have A, B, Y, and X. And these are just your right button, guys. Okay, you also have some speaker grills up there at the top. Right here, you have your volume up, volume down. Next to that, you have a micro HDMI, guys, and what you can do is plug it into here and then plug it to your television, so you can play on your television, guys. Pretty cool feature. Next to that, you have your power button. This is where you turn the device on and off or lock your device. Okay, you also have your L buttons right here, LB and LT. And on the top, you have a camera. This is a 5 megapixel camera, guys. So here we are, and this is the main interface of the S192k, guys. Pretty straightforward, pretty laid back. Big icons, which I do like. So let me just go through some of the settings for you. This is my main screen. You slide up from the top. You see your date there. You can slide down even more to see some more options. So you do have your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, as well as your airplane mode and screen rotation, location. And you do have a built-in cast feature right here, which is pretty cool. Go back out. And go back out again, and here's the main menu. So you can see you have some built-in apps as well as some that was installed by me earlier. So you do have a test app right here. You do have a settings, and let's go into the settings first. Now you can either touch or you can move the buttons on the side here to kind of navigate depending on your preference. I guess I should use the buttons for this video. Just wanted to show you guys the about section. You can see this is the Android version it's running, Android 5.1.2. And here's the build number as well as the model. So let's go back out and hit the home button right here. And here we are again. So a couple things I want to show you. This does have a full Play Store, so you can go in, you can download or whatever app you want to, and you can use the swipe function, or you can use the actual navigational buttons. You can use the joypad, or you can use the actual navigational buttons at the top. Okay, go back home. You do have some default apps right here. Go in there, you can see downloads. You have a clock, calendar, you have the Google Map. You also have YouTube. And let me go ahead and go over to my channel. I gotta stop using the actual touch screen for this video. I gotta remember that. But here we are. And this is just a Diggs build, guys. You can hear this is super loud. And this is full 1080p. Let me show you. 1080p. No issues handling that. Go to the full screen, or you can just hit the back button to kind of get out of it. So that was YouTube. No issues playing anything there. I also wanted to show you guys, go over to the gallery and show you guys that it does play 4K videos with no issues. So here we are. Most of this is default stuff. This is the picture I took from the front facing camera. So it is a 5 megapixel camera, so don't expect too much from it. Let's go back. This is actually a video I filmed today. I was trying to just take a look at the hurricane damage. And this is 4K, guys, shot with my DJI Phantom 3. Let me just skip ahead a little bit for you. Here's some of the water. You can see how smooth that is. Let's get forward. And I just wanted to show you guys some of the close-up that I took from on top of the actual house, trying to see if any shingles were missing. And we'll just we'll start over. So this is the beginning. And let me just skip ahead a little bit. That's me on top of the roof checking it out. The neighbor's house, however, did get some shingle damage, as you can see right there. And if you look to the right, you can see there's a downed tree. So while we didn't get the worst of the storm, we did see a lot of damage around the neighborhood. So that's a 4K video, guys, and of course that's playing with no issues, and no issues skipping back and forth. It's not buffering, it's not lagging, and it's not struggling to keep up. Go back home, and let's go to the next screen. Alright, so I do have some streaming apps here for you guys, loyal Kodi fans, loyal streamers. So first, I do have Showbox, I do have Kodi, Mobjo, and Terrarium TV. Let's launch Kodi first. And I am using the new Durex build, guys. Reviewed this a couple days ago, and I'll put a card in the top right where you guys can check that video out. Here's the familiar startup. And there it is. So can use the joystick right here, and I should probably wait till it finish loading. We can use this guy right here to kind of move around, or you can use the actual navigational buttons to navigate. So pretty cool. No issues playing anything. I have tested it. Just works flawlessly. One thing I did have to do when I first launched in the Kodi with this device, it actually prompted me to use the joypad, or to set up the keys on my joypad, I should say. So it actually said, oh, I detected that you have a controller. Would you like to set it up? So I went to yes. I was able to say, okay, this is the A button, this is the Y button, this is the X, this is navigation. So the setup was pretty simple, and I was in and out in 30 seconds. So not too much involved in getting this guy working with your Kodi. As promised, I do have Mobjo there. Let me go ahead and launch that. And let's go down. Look like we have some news channels. Let's try there. Fox News.
Look at that. Stretches all the way to the
and
other
there we go. So that's Mobjo. For you guys who are not familiar with it, I have done videos on all of these APKs that I'm going over right now. I also have the Terrarium TV. And basically Terrarium is just a way to watch your movies and your TV shows, guys. Mobjo is more for your live TV. Terrarium TV is for your stuff that's pre-recorded. We'll just click on that. What you want to do is go over to the season. Click on there. Season 4. Whoops. Hit play. And right there it's telling you that Chromecast is available. And let's just go ahead and we'll pick one of the HD streams up top, guys. Hit play. or in this case I'm gonna hit play with. It's always a good idea to use VLC with Terrarium TV, guys. Gives you some instructions just because it's my first time using it, but as you can see, no issues loading the program or skipping back and forth for that matter. That was your Terrarium TV, and you guys get the idea. These are your streaming apps that's available for Android, and you can install these on any Android system, guys. Just demonstrating that they are working on this, and if you guys want to take this guy on the road or something like that and you want to download those apps, that's a good options. So next we're going to do an Antutu benchmark. Let's go ahead and run that, and when we're done we're going to come back with the results. Here's our Antutu results, guys, and you can see we scored a 52157. Let's go ahead and click on the result there. And we'll just go drill down into each category and see where we stack up. So under 3D, we scored a 9147. You can see we scored a 5460 on the maroon scene. On the garden, we scored a 3689. On the game performance, it gives us a mid-level. Scroll down. Here's our user experience. All right, here's our CPU. And same thing, we gives us our math score as well as our common use and multi-score there. And at the bottom, it kind of gives us a result. So it tells us that we're a mid to high end level, and this support large apps and multitasking. And here's our Geekbench results, guys. In our single core, we scored at 837. The multi-core, we scored at 2093, which are decent scores as well. Now that we got the benchmarks out the way, let's go over and we're going to do some gaming. So the emulator of choice is Happy Chick, and this actually came pre-installed on this system, guys. So let me just go into that first and kind of show you guys how to navigate through. And it does give you a portrait display at first, but then it flips back around. Look at the bottom, you see that you have 5 main menus. You have your games where you can search them. You have fight. You also have play, forum, and manage. So I've downloaded a bunch of games already, or a couple games. If I go to play, I can see the games that I've downloaded already. So you can see that I have Tekken, I have Street Fighter, I have WCW, I also have Sonic and GoldenEye. So let me go ahead and we're just gonna try Street Fighter first. So go over to here, hit play. I'm just gonna do a single player. And the button's already pre-mapped, and I'll show you guys how to actually set that up here in a little bit. So hit that. I do have a start button right here. I can hit that to just go ahead and start. When it says insert coin, just because this is an arcade game, just go ahead and hit select. And let me just press start now. You can see I can pick my player. I'll go ahead and pick Honda. And I'll go ahead and turn it down. And let me see how sorry I am. I suck at this game. So all I know is throwing punches on this. That's what he does, right? Throw punches. And that usually does the trick. Let's go down to GoldenEye 007, and this is an N64 game, of course. Go to single player. And you see the buttons there, but I already have the buttons mapped, so no configuration needed on my end. So first of all, the games play really smooth on this device. No issues with anything. I'm actually surprised, even though this is an emulator. Click on that. And see if I can start dying. A little bit of issues up there loading, but you guys can see that's going. I haven't played this game in years, so I don't even remember how to shoot, to be honest. Okay. Let's see if I can figure this out. This is embarrassing. Whoa, I'm getting shot. Just beat the whole level by just running. So that was 007, and we'll try one more. Let's try WCW versus NWO. And I remember Revenge was my favorite game growing up, my favorite N64 game. Let's do Monday Night Raw. Let's pick Alright, so here we go. This thing has a bat for some reason. I don't know what match I picked. Break that leg. So that was the happy chick, and let me show you guys how to set up your controller. So as I did show you the menus below at the bottom, what you need to do is go over to manage, and from here you have your settings. So click on settings. Now from here you can see that there's key maps. There's all kind of things that you can do on here, but to set up your controller, all you need to do is go to your handle button scheme. And what I did is, just because the buttons are similar, I just went with the PlayStation setup. So scroll down, and here's the PlayStation handle. So once you get here, guys, it's pretty simple. All you need to do is go to for instance, click on your R1, and now you're gonna map it. So click R1 on your controller right here. You guys can see it. So once you click there, that will map. Same thing with R2. Click on that, then click R2 on your controller. Same thing with the start and all the buttons right here. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Once you map all the buttons you need to, just get out, and then we'll use that scheme from within this application. So that's the Happy Chick application. Pretty cool. One more thing I want to show you guys is how to download games, and that's pretty straightforward as well. Let me back out, and all you have to do is go to search, and from here you can either search different categories. What I usually do is just hit search right there at the top. Sometimes it does this when it goes into landscape. No issues there. I'll flip the system around. These are my previous searches, but you can go back in, and let's say you wanted to search Mario. Just go ahead and type it. Search Mario, and here are the different available Mario games. So from here, all you gotta do is press get. You'll get this pop-up and hit download. So that's pretty simple. There are the games that I got from emulators. These are a couple games that I did download from the Play Store. So let's go to the Riptide. So here we go. Slow start, of course. Nothing, no special configuration for these for this game, guys, but some games from the Play Store will require you to do a configuration. Most of the ones with on-screen touch buttons, so I will be showing you guys that a little bit later. As you guys can see, pretty smooth gaming. So that's pretty cool. No issues there. Let me go back home. I want to show you guys a couple more games. Let's go into this right here, Critical Strike. Alright guys, so let me show you how to program these buttons. And right now, if you look on the screen, you see that you have your navigational button right there. You have your fire button. You also have buttons to switch weapons and crawl and do other things. So right now I do have most of them programmed, but to access any programmable function on here, to map your key buttons on this device, all you have to do is hold on to your start button right here, and you will get this screen pop up, guys. Now I already have some buttons programmed, as you can see, but you can see that there's nothing over the fire button, so I want that to be my A button, right? So all I have to do is press A, and if it's somewhere else, all you need to do is move it to where the fire button is. So have it hover over here, and that's the new location of that button. Same thing to switch weapons. I went ahead and programmed it to be my Y button, so that will do that. So once you pick where the button is that you want it to be, the location, all you have to do is press the save, and this will save the configuration, guys. So now you can see that the stick on the left is controlling the movement. This is controlling my directional up and down or whatever, and more importantly, my fire button is being controlled by A now, so I can shoot this guy in the balls or whatever I need to do. Alright, so that's pretty much how you program the buttons, guys. And I suck at this game as well. I like going for headshots, but they don't always work out. I'm not sure where this is coming from. Alright, so that's pretty cool. So let me get out of here. I want to show you guys another game, Real Racing. A lot of people complain that I do asphalt too much, so give you guys variety. Same thing, I can kind of change my view here. Kind of get it in the car look. That's pretty cool. You can see him reach down and shift with the manual shifter. So that's it for this video, guys. Like I said, this is a JXD 192k, and this is the best of three worlds. It does handle streaming like nobody's business. It is a viable gaming system, and last but not least, it is like a tablet with controllers on the side. Definitely one of those things you have to check out, guys. Right now it's on sale with a coupon code for $240 instead of $357. So if you were interested in buying something like this, now's a good time to jump on it. I will be putting a link in the description, guys, where you can pick this up on Gearbest. Please remember to like, share this video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.